Hello and good morning, Greg Earney from Methven Professionals Real Estate. I'm coming to you today from a tucked away little laneway right in the heart of Mooroolbark, and I'm enjoying a coffee, just a nice relaxing morning here at Manor Lane. Tucked away, you've got Coles and all the supermarkets right nearby, and a great little spot if you're looking just to get away and enjoy a coffee and a great way to kickstart the morning. So we're now into March, and I thought what a better way to recap where we are and what's happening in the market than to review our State of the Market information night that we had last Wednesday at the York on Lilydale. A fantastic turnout. We had about 170 people come along. Dallas Foster kicked the night off and spoke to us on everything regarding finance. An interesting stat, for the last 30 months, interest rates have remained steady, and economists appear at this stage 50-50 as to whether interest rates will go up and down. One of the key points, lenders are scrutinising finance applications in much greater detail, and in many cases are now wanting 3 months worth of bank statements for anyone putting forward a loan. Tracy Russell focused on what's happening in property management, and for the outer eastern part of Melbourne, the rental vacancy rate currently sits at 1.5%. The Methven Group sitting well below that, currently at 0.5%, and median rents for outer Melbourne, $425 per week for homes and $368 per week for units. And for the Methven Group, currently it's taking on average 17 days to find a tenant to let a property. Russell Bartlett then delved into the area of commercial and industrial and gave a really good oversight on just what's happening in that space, and highlighting the differences between a low risk and high risk investment, and of course how that affects the yield for the properties. Currently, the vacancy rates are coming in. Industrial, it's a fairly balanced market, sitting at 4%. Commercial office space is at the moment oversupplied, sitting at around 10%. And retail is staying strong, with sitting only at 1.8% vacancy rate. So a lot of demand certainly in the retail sector, and that's quite evident just with how many or how little number of shops are currently vacant around even the Mooroolbark area. We were honoured on the night, and the major draw card was we were able to have Jeff White from CoreLogic. He was the previous Real Estate Institute of Victoria CEO, and he came to speak to us on what's happening more in the greater Melbourne market. Currently, the number of settled sales for Melbourne is down 22.2% on the previous year. So in other words, there's about 22% less properties sold. The number of dwelling values are down for Melbourne since peaking. From the peak to trough is now down 8.7%. Only match similar numbers recorded during the GFC. Melbourne's outer east has seen a reduction in values of around 10.6% since their peak in 2017. And Melbourne currently has 34.1% more properties currently for sale than the same time 12 months ago. And that's the highest number of properties currently for sale going back to 2012. And certainly as an organisation, our numbers also reflect that. The outer eastern days on market currently is sitting, it's taking 39 days for an average home in Melbourne to sell. And the outer eastern auction clearance rate is at a real low level at the moment, coming in at 46.4%, so below 50%, and that is evident, and perhaps one of the reasons why more owners are electing not to auction their property in this market. And finally, I presented an overview on what's happening on a more local level. We reviewed the method of sales by suburb, and as you can see, both private sale and auction numbers fell. However, more home sellers are still electing to choose to sell their properties by private sale. In total, there was a substantial reduction over the last 12 months in the number of properties that have been sold in our local area. The median sale prices for our suburbs, Mooroolbark's currently at $706,000, Lilydale at $684,000, Mount Evelyn at $695,000, and Croydon at $770,000. Depending on which suburb you're in, the average days on market hovered between 32 to 28 days on market. And for the Methven Professionals Group, our organisation, we conducted on average 1,093 buyer inspections per month for the second half of 2018. It'll be our estimate that values in our local area have come back somewhere between $80,000 to maybe $100,000 over the last 12 or so months. On a positive note though, buyers are still out there and they are buying. If I look at our last 20 sales, 30% of them had multiple buyers all offering on the same home. So still a number of properties out there creating strong interest. And my message to buyers, if you do see the home that you like, certainly don't be hesitating, because the chances are, if you like the home, and when you've got a team of 26 agents across our 4 offices all working to sell property, our cross-selling and our multiple offers are still happening, and I am still seeing buyers missing out on the home that they wish they had have acted and really bought aggressively. So don't sit back and wait. Finally, to wrap things up, on the 23rd of March, we've got the Celebrate Mooroolbark Festival, and don't forget our no reserve auction on the main stage at 12:15. We've got a kids cubby house we're auctioning off. Kids, this is your opportunity. Get your pocket money, get mum and dad to come down to the stage, have a bit of fun, and it's all for a good cause. Any proceeds raised from the sale of the cubby house will be going direct to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. My name's Greg Earney. That's our market report. February, it was an interesting month, a lot happening, and we look forward to catching up with you in March. And reminder, if you're thinking of buying or selling, please speak to any of our team across our 4 offices. We'd be more than happy to look after your needs and provide the right advice for you along the way. Thanks for watching. See you soon.